Good evening. Uh, Please, this is what I really want to see. Today is Wednesday. One of the things I want us to understand is this. I'm going to speak on the past presidential elections specifically, and including some of the state elections. However, I really want to say that the obedient should rejoice. You shouldn't give up. You should stay determined. But one of the things I really want to put my mouth and to really try to establish my point is this. You know, in the Second World War, Hiroshima and Nagasaki became an authoritarian government. And so, they were being sponsored by Adolf Hitler. You can find out that history. And so, when US, who were trying to make peace and avoid this inhuman treatment to citizens all over the world, Japan, specifically Hiroshima and Nagasaki, refused. At a point, the US had to spend their money on propagating democracy and peace and equity among humans and the fair living and fair leadership style. So they spent a lot of money when even when they could not penetrate much, they could not negotiate. Negotiations were falling into deaf ear. They had to fly planes at the top to sensitize the people because the people were being used. They were being cajoled, were being deceived by the Japan government. And so, what happened was they started throwing newspaper up from the sky so that good citizens can at least read. But what they were doing, many of these citizens were deaf to a good democracy and a good leadership, never read any of these newspapers that a lot of money were spent on. And so the shocking story was that those who even supported, who even decided to read some of these papers, were seen as enemy of Japan and Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And so, as a result, something happened. The Japan decided to do what? To shoot down the planes the Americans were using. So they never wanted peace. They were looking for wars. So the sense that were coming out from America, the Japan citizens of Hiroshima and Nagasaki thought it was all nonsense. So as a result, then they captured some Americans into their prison and started mistreating them, saying that they are going to win the war against America. America went together and put head the engineers and the scientists and the experts who are experts in war came out and produced a weapon, just a single weapon. Those single weapons, only one was dropped in Hiroshima and the other one was dropped in Nagasaki. So when the bomb dropped, specifically Hiroshima, everywhere there was a great disaster. Even when we were running on the street, we caught fire because it was so disastrous that citizens were walking like dead corpses because of the heat of the bomb. Just a single bomb. And so, after that incident, the Japan government began to understand what is the meaning of democracy and equity and avoid a tyranny system of government. So they began to learn their lesson. They began to learn their lesson. The nonsense way of oppression and suppression of the people, they began to withdraw it. Lessons started coming to their head because there was nothing they could do. What happened? The whole of a state, of two states, were taken over. And so, if just a single bomb could take over two states, imagine if another one is dropped, then that would be the end of even the few survivors who were left in that Japan state. And so, they began to listen to sense and forget the nonsense. And so, I really want to make this to the government and the INEC who have decided to indulge themselves in nonsense seeker attitude. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm saying it direct. I'm a warning to them that though they may see nonsense as sense, but when there is nonsense, then they will not have sense. When there is a greater nonsense, because Hiroshima received, when they refused to have sense, they received a nonsense from the US. And at the end of the day, they started learning lessons. And so they embrace peace. They call the Americans that they are embracing peace. That regardless of what they lost, what was destroyed, that they hold no grudges against the Americans. And so even till today, you can see it. So, for the captor hand, the evil hand that really want to capture the freedom of people through this evil election, I will put it that way, this unrighteous election that just took place on the 25th, that hand will be cut off. Just a matter of time. They shouldn't underrate people. I know they're underrating, but it's going to be a surprise for them. Just that the Japans were surprised. They received a shocking of their life. They couldn't explain the aftermath. And so it's going to be for those who have jack power now. The aftermath, they won't be able to explain. And so, I'm speaking this in boldness. Wherever you are, in the country, all over, if you are a DSS, stay where you are. Don't move. Don't move. Stay where you are and go for peace, because it's peace we need. Go and do the right thing. You DSS, you're also suffering. You armies, you police commissioner that are compromising, stop it. It's a matter of time. What goes up definitely will come down. There's a law of gravity. There's a time for everything that exists upon the face of the earth. There's a time for justice. There's time for injustice. The time of injustice is gone. Definitely there's going to be a time of justice, and it's creeping in. So, obedient, ride on, keep up the flag, let your head be high. raise them high, walk in majesty. Celebrate your victory because it's fully at hand. Thank you very much.